Alright, so I just got watching The Monkey, and this is the newly released horror movie, and this will be my attitude reaction slash sort of a review. And now, just with my overall experience, and with the way that this movie wanted to present itself, especially with a studio from Neon, and with the way that they made a horror movie about a monkey that uses his powers to kind of kill people, and even though I found the concept and the premise the movie a very interesting, especially as this movie is followed around twin boys from their childhood who they thought that they buried the cursed monkey that suddenly kills people, but then especially as with these twin boys that are now grown adults, and they have to confront the evil powers and that this toy brings. And even with the fact that this is coming from Osgood Perkins that did the recent movie Longlegs, which I thought was really good. I mean, it was not bad, but I really enjoyed it, especially as this is coming off the heels of that movie, and especially for what this movie quite delivers as of course scares and kills. And even when I saw the trailers, James Wan is attached, because if you know the man that he's done Insidious, Saw, The Conjuring, you know the man, he's the horror mastermind, especially with his name attached. And for what my experience was it wasn't quite what I was expecting, but it was definitely a good story, and it's really good of the way that I want to approach the kills, and even with the way that it is done, and it is brutal, especially within the opening ads, especially for the opening kill, is because I'm really interested in those type of movies that deliver those type of opening kills, and even with the monkey, and with the way that I thought it was going to be portrayed in some sort of way, on top of the kills and the scariness behind it, this really tried to act. It was really like a comedy. I don't know about the horror aspect, but it definitely tried to act like a horror movie. But even with the way that Osgood Perkins, the director of this movie, likes to center all of his work, especially if especially for how the movie looks and how it is shot, and that's the same here with The Monkey. And even though I enjoyed the performances, especially coming from Theo James, Tatiana Maslany, who I thought she did good, and especially Theo James, the lead of the film. And plus, I don't want to give anything away, but if you've seen the movie, you know what you know. But and I thought Theo James really did a good job of trying to be this father for his kid, and try to prevent any future stuff happening with this monkey. And yeah, that's what I mostly liked. But on top of all that, I kind of felt it was so awkward at times, and I thought this movie was kind of filled with a bit of humor, just with the cursed monkey and its toy and its presence, and it really tries to center its best of the scary things, and of course, especially for when that awkward moment happens, and even every time a kill happens, or with the way that they want to make the kills creative and want to represent the concept, I thought this movie was going to be different. But especially for when it happens, I thought it was a laughable, or something cringy, or awkward happens, and it tends to be funny. But even though it's trying to present itself as a scary movie, but I felt it's more like a comedy. I'm not sure if I want to stamp on that than a scary movie, but I did enjoy things that were in its presence. And I like the acting. I think the story direction was kind of cool. And I also want to add the fact that this is based on the short story from Stephen King, which, if you know the man, if you know his work, is adapted from Osgood Perkins, and I feel it was can be fun too. I just I didn't like how the end result turned out with the final product. But I liked what Perkins did with his vision on how he wanted to preserve the monkey. And I kind of felt if you know the monkey from Toy Story 3, and but I just didn't felt that type of terror while witnessing this movie for what I was about to see, if you know what I mean. But I did like it. I thought it was good. It was solid. It was not the best, so especially as like Perkins, a thing coming off the heels of his last horror movie from 2024, and now I think it's enjoyable. It's not perfect, but I definitely felt like it was a very good movie, and I definitely liked what I saw, especially for what they were presenting, especially within the opening minutes, and the twin boys and their history with the monkey, and how it runs in the family. And even for what the movie tells you, I think it sort of tells you the history about the entire thing. But especially within like a 90-minute movie like this, I mean, I don't know if it is like a rushed thing, but I definitely felt like it was a good movie. I mean, there were some like good reveals and twists and things that they wanted with a horror movie, with a horror movie picture. They could do a whole lot better than this for what the movie actually presented itself. And so some of the things that I found in this movie were like kind of funny, and I like the type of humor that it adapts, specifically from Theo James, that plays the character of Hal, and with his brother Billy. Of course, they're twins, and honestly, it's just like I don't know if it's gonna be a forgettable movie, but I definitely felt like it was a very solid movie. And you know, towards the end, like I don't know if it like satisfied me, but I did like how it ended. But I just definitely felt like, I don't know if it's the scenario where the trailers are much better than the movie itself, but I mean, the story was solid. It kind of like progressed a bit, but in terms of where the movie was heading and what type of explanation that there is, but I don't know if the movie explained it in the right way for the viewer or the audience to understand. It was tough to even understand the entire concept of the movie. I mean, I'm not sure. It kind of felt like a very solid movie to me. This is just my opinion, and I hope people have their different ways of expressing for how they feel towards this movie. Again, I give it like a solid rating in my book. It's just like, it was a good movie, but not the best. But I definitely like what it delivered. I like the kills, and oh my gosh, especially when a creative kill happens, or whether it is brutal, sometimes if it involves gore, and it's so cool to witness that on screen. And yeah, I think Osgood Perkins did good, and even following up after his last movie, Longlegs, I mean that was good. But even for how this movie is shot, and I gotta say, like, I mean, I'm not sure if this is his best work, but hey, we'll see what happens. But again, like, I mean, I don't know, like, I kind of like mixed opinions on it. But yeah, I found this to be a very good horror movie. It's just not the best, but I have different opinions and feelings towards it as well. So yeah, that's what I got. But that's gonna do it for this video. Just let me know in the comments below, and what are your thoughts on the monkey, and what you feel about the movie, if you've seen it, and give me a rating between 1 out of 10. I'm curious to hear your opinion. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to notifications about videos, so you can stay tuned for more stuff like this, clean reviews, and follow all my social medias, all linked down below. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.